What is happening? Welcome back to the Past Alive. Thank you all for tuning in. And tonight, it's that time of the month again. We are heading back to the year 1990 to savagely rip into a box of tops. We have a box of wax packs here. I picked up about a month ago for 35 bucks, which is actually a pretty good price for what these typically sell for now. They're roughly in the $50 to $60 range these days. So if I see them for a good price, I always pick them up. This is a search I've done for many, many years now, chasing after the legendary Frank Thomas No Name on Front rookie error card that I've looked for most of my life. It's a very valuable card. The last two sold on eBay were PSA 5s. They sold for over $6,000. So maybe tonight will be the night. This box appears to have watermarks and or fecal stains on it, but for 35 bucks, I will never pass up the chance to find this card. A very tattered box. It's been on a bar fight or two in its life. We got 36 packs of wax in here to try and find this very elusive card. And these packs are caked in dirt. Didn't see that when I bought the box. Maybe that's why the price was reduced. So we might be in for some surprise. We got Paul L. and Brian Smith and everybody else in the house. Thank you guys all for being here. These packs appear to be filthy. So let's see what we can find in here. We might have some random 87 tops inserts that may surface. Had that happen before. The gum is absolutely filthy. So I won't be trying any of that unless I want to develop some kind of rare disorder or disease. Off the bat, Mike Scott All-Star card. Probably see some Mandela effects in here and probably have some stickiness here and there. Rod Nichols, Pat Perry showing off his pale pits, and a Jeff Juden rookie just absolutely decimated by that crusty ass old gum. There's a propaganda piece. Martinez, Ernest Riles. We have some major warping going on with these cards. I don't know if you can really tell, but I guess that would be the best angle. All warped. So this is probably stored in a damp basement at some point in time. That would be my guess. Paul L. is calling Mandela effect on the Rod Nichols. I don't know what it is with 90 Tops, but a lot of the boxes I've bought over the last few months, they're all like this. They're just dirty, filthy, warped. There's Robin Yount All-Star card. Mike Stanton. Yeah, I could agree with you on that. Rod Nichols there, Paul. Bob Kipper is also destroyed. And these sweet throwback threads of tops. We got Travis Dowdy in the house. Dowdy in the house. I was going to say Travis D and then wanted to say Dowdy and said Didi instead. So Travis Didi says it's the NDOF Frank Thomas No Dirt on Front. Thank you for that, Travis. Check out Travis's channel. Paul, I could post a link to him. It's good to see you back. I feel like it's been a little while. Greg Briley Gold Cup and Steve Wilson. And we also have Trevor Williams in the house. Member for 2 years. Says these cards were buried next to Jimmy Hoffa. I don't doubt that. Submerged in dirt. Hi, Didi. So there really no sign of being prominent. The key rookie cards in this set, Larry Walker, Juan Gonzalez, Sosa, and of course, Bernie Williams. I feel like every box I open, I always find like 2 Bernie Williams rookies, and Larry Walker is kind of more scarce in comparison to the other rookies, but these are really filthy. And Drew Hall off the set of Futurama took the gum on that one. The card is definitely destroyed. Has some sort of mushroom cloud background on that one. Kenny Maldonado is a Jeff King rookie card. Alan Trammell shows up. There's Rob Deere and his scraggly little mullet, along with Bibo, ending that filthy pack. These are definitely buried 6 feet under at some point. We got Robbie out, so same exact collation here. We got Mikey G in the house. Says, don't forget the Kurt Schilling first tops card. We can definitely not forget that as part of the trifecta to summon. If you get the trifecta, you will indeed summon the 3-headed Mickey Weston. This is a Pop 1, the Nick West SSP. But here's another one we haven't seen in quite a while, the Frank Thomas All Name on Front. Also a Pop 1. That one resurfaced recently in this filthy mess of a card slash vintage toy room. Mike Scott, the propaganda piece for debut of Topps Magazine. Mark Davis, there's Blauser. Mel Hall with no poop stain. And Paul Kilgus. Greg Fox says, where is Pee-wee? Pee-wee's here. In between raising pure mayhem and debauchery, he is here. The hell? That was like the clearest thing he's ever said. That was really creepy. I'm sure Paul could agree with me on that one. Never heard him speak so clearly. Maybe his emphysema is starting to kind of taper down a little bit. Tony Phillips. So we have another Drew Hall coming up in here. Not a very exciting box. Was it possibly searched? I guess it very well could be. Not seeing any Nolans. No Mattingleys. No Griffey yet. There's a Biggio second year. We got Clinton Ray in the house. Jetman says, might be the first box that you need a tetanus shot after handling the box and packs. Yeah, honestly, I spoke too soon. There's Nolan Ryan right there. Corey Snyder. And Kevin Ritz looking very down in the dumps in that photo. Paul says, Pee-wee's emphysema must be improving. Sounds the best I've ever heard. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty nuts. There's a Juan Gonzalez rookie. There's also the mushroom cloud parallel in the background. That one seeped through with the gum. Ruben Sierra, Candiotti looking devious as always. Possible white mold on there. Terry Kennedy. There's John Smiley, kind of a blurry photo on that one. Paul O'Neill for Mikey G and Kevin Gross. Ends that pack. Ripping right along. So the Gonzalez rookie has come forth. No sign of Thomas. The precursor for Thomas is Kurt Schilling, of course. Precursor to Kurt Schilling is Tom Gordon in wax packs. There's another Juan Gonzalez. I don't know how well you can see this through the camera, but you can see all these stains that have ruined like most of the cards in these packs. So I couldn't tell you how pissed off I'll be if tonight would be the night and I would find the No Name on front and it has a freaking giant stain in it, or on it, I should say. What kind of luck would that be? There's Melito Perez for Jonathan H. Maybe we can summon him out of the abandonment list. Norm Charlton, also known as Van Snyder, same person in Henry Cotto, having the time of his life. No mold on front. Literally white gum. I see that a decent amount with, and you open older packs, typically like early 80s and 70s, definitely with 70s packs that I've opened, the gum is always white typically. There's Big Mac for Corey, who has abandoned us tonight. Zane Smith and his hideous antics. But it's not too often from the 90s where you see gum in packs that is white. Nolan Ryan took a bad stain. The 1-of-1 gum parallel. You'll be seeing that on eBay here soon for $500. Propaganda piece. Sports card collector sheets. And Damon Berryhill. Tom Browning and Chris Carpenter. Do opening day, Louis says. Yeah, I hope they do some more opening day. Whenever I see those sets for $15, $20, I buy them. And that Johnny Ray is not cheap. So this might be the last time I do 90 tops for a while. If I can find boxes for a relatively good price, I'll keep it going. But if they're going to be $60 plus, then might not be seeing this next month. There's John Wathan. Jim Gott, Mick Reynolds and his scum stash. Rob Ritchie. And of course, no sign of Thomas yet. Kevin says, I sold a lot of these packs back in the day. Kevin used to have a card shop way back in the 90s, even 80s. Charlie Huff, Father Time himself, and Alfredo Griffin. As we continue to rip right along. The cards are just collapsing everywhere because they can't stack up right because of all the gum. Biff Roberts. And yeah, just about half the pack is destroyed due to this moisture. But at least I can walk away at the end of the day with this $120 Roger Craig manager card. I wish I would have taken a video or a photo whenever I saw that in a binder at a flea market a few years ago. $120. I wonder if they ever sold that. No room for negotiation on that one. They know what they have. Yori wants his Jesus. There are a lot of doubles in there already. Very well could be a search box. It could have been searched 30 years ago. Who knows? Yeah, there's a there's a lot of duplicates, so it's pissing me off. Pissing me off so much, I just want to end it all right now and eat that. I'm not going to do it right now, though. There's Mark Eichhorn, a.k.a. Lois Einhorn, Jay Tibbs, Doc Gooden, my arch enemy as a kid, Vance Law, and Bryn Smith ends that pack. G. Brett's Pine Tar says, I'd take a major poop stain on it and smile about it. Thank you for that, Brian. Yeah, I could not be upset about just pulling that card because I've done it, trying to do it for so long now. We've done this every month for, what's it been, 6 years? I think I started this in 2019, doing this. I don't know if it was every month back then or not. The director of records at TPIA, Paul L., would be able to weigh in on that. There's Alex Sanchez. I feel like I remember Beckett at one point like had this listed as like a very hot card with lots of potential for investing. Jason Grimsley, the man with a freakishly long cyborg arm. Missed a Jim Rice that was stuck to the back of that. Todd Benziger, Spike Owen. Paul L. says started in late 2019. That's kind of what I thought. Don Zimmer. His rosy red cheeks pissed off as ever. Wow, a super chat. Yeah, I missed Ricky's live stream last night. I didn't even realize that. I didn't get notified that he was going live, but I imagine he probably will be tonight. Just sweet throwback threads. We finally got a non-common, a Puckett All-Star card. Steve Cummings. And a Francisco Cabrera. Matt Williams takes the gum. Pedro Guerrero, Dave Magadan. And of course, I always mention it, but for anyone that's new to this search, that has a lot of their time and focus invested in the hell, I was going to say, I felt like there wasn't any gum in that pack. Just smashed. You got to check out the official Naughty Tops spreadsheet on the TPIA Facebook group. An active tally. Now, I'm not sure how active it is because if you remember on May 1st when I tried to do this rip, I tried to split it between opening packs and watching MacGyver, and YouTube literally shut the stream down twice. And like, I was literally sitting there live streaming, and there's like threats like coming across my phone. It's like, what is this? Yeah, they were not happy about that. So I instead of leave the videos up because they were like, this video is banned in like all of Europe. I was getting like these like very detailed notifications and threats. There's a creepy side eye of Sergio Valdez. So I just made them members only just for the hell of it. So I'm like, I'm tired of getting threatened and everything else. So kind of lame that we couldn't do that. Would have been a good time. It was while it lasted. Paul says, yeah, that month might be missing from the archive. That's what I was thinking. I have to go check. I didn't check it. I haven't checked it in a little while. Got some more bricks in this pack. There's Boomer Wells. These are mangled. Ron Jones. If you find the name on front, will you keep it or sell it? I would definitely keep it. Would never sell it. I've been after it for way too long. Plus, I have an error card PC that I've just kind of loosely collected for quite a while. I've probably since I got back into the hobby, what, 12 years ago, and just started picking up random errors here and there. Well, first I kind of just start off with like the most infamous errors, like the Mark Whitten and things of that nature. Chaos in the house. 11624 says, "Hey Xbox, hey Xbox, turn off Alexa." Good to see you, Chaos. Pleasure to have you with us. I was actually Googling recently how to do the whole Alexa. I think you have to have it hooked up through YouTube and have it read on your TV. So I don't know how I'd make that work on here, but that would be freaking sick. There's got to be a way to do it. If you are like an IT nerd and you know how to do that, then feel free to tell me, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. Carlos Quintana. There's that propaganda piece again. We got Lindsay Clark at the house. Is abandoned and probably forgotten. Lindsay, what's going on? Always a pleasure to have you around. Rock Reigns. I don't know how many people are on the abandonment list. Paul L. could also weigh in on that. It's a pretty hefty list. There's a lot of people that probably should be on there that need to be added, be revised here. So there's part of the trifecta. We have Kevin Hickey. We've yet to see Schilling. If we want to summon the three-headed Weston. Brian Smith. There's Tommy Gregg and his chiseled physique. Hojo, Russ Nixon. Taking Definitely taking an acid bath after this. Tom Bernansky, Hojo, twice in one pack. George Brett throwing a hissy fit in the outfield, and Bo Jackson. So more notable names in there. You or Alexa would consistently be saying, I don't feel comfortable saying that. At least that way, I wouldn't have to read it. Alexa would be reading it, so it wouldn't be as bad, because I'm sure if I had that capability, there'd be all kinds of filthy comments coming out, because that's the whole fun of it. Dante Bichette, Jerry Royce, Lemke having himself a good cry in that photo. There's Paul Gibson, and the Civil War era Mitch Williams has come forth. It's not every box you find one of those. I treasure it every time. I missed something, Mikey G's, with the up arrow. What did I miss? Oh, Travis D. I called him Travis Diddy earlier, I think, or DD. Hey, Alexa, turn off the Xbox. I see Travis Dowdy over there. There's a lot of TPIA cult that have infiltrated Ricky Berwick. Anyone that's just popping in, they're like, what the hell is Ricky Berwick? The Ricky Berwick YouTube channel. It's pandemonium. It does live streams a good bit, and it's pure pandemonium. It's a whole bunch of people just pretty much harassing him through super chats. It's ridiculous. It's a good time, especially because it's not on till usually 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So if you're just hanging out watching Highway to Heaven or MacGyver, like most people are, you can put on Ricky Berwick in the background. Mike Scott, All-Star, Sean Abner. There's Will McGee. What he wants is, at this point, I'm calling the Glenn Allen Steelers short print. Seems like we never see him. Yori, good to see you, man. I couldn't tell you the last time we saw that card. That's a good call, though, man. At least we found the Civil War era Mitch Williams. I will happily accept that, but yeah, where is Glenn Allen Seal? No sign of him. To put him on the abandonment list next. John Morris. Jack O'Lantern. He hates that one. There's Drew Hall again. Jeff Russell, Robin Young All-Star card. And Coleman, Devon White, Downing, Bilecki, and Ron Darling. What happens to all 90 Tops Commons? I literally just, what I normally do is all the stuff that I don't keep on PC, including 90 Tops, and from collections I buy and everything else, I just make a giant bulk lot. A lot of times it's like 50,000 cards or whatever, and I sell them for like 25 bucks. There's a guy that I'll talk to periodically that puts them in vending machines for kids. He does like 3 cards for $0.25. So either call him or there's a couple other routes that I have. Normally if I list them on Marketplace, they're like gone in like within an hour. I'll have 100 messages. And people get like real mad about it too. How dare you try to withhold those commons from me? And I mean, it's not all commons. Like, I don't pick out really any cards from 90 Tops. I might pick out like the Gonzalez rookies and stuff like that, Larry Walker, Griffey, Gold Cup, but all the Nolan Ryans and stuff like that I leave in there because I have tons of them already. Strawberry, Brian Holton, rigged. I mean, we've seen some notable players. We have not seen a Sosa. I mean, I feel like back in 98, the home run chase, people were searching boxes back then because Sosa rookies were going way up. I want to say Sosa 90 Leaf was like a $100 card at one point back in 98. So, might not find a Sosa in here. If we do, I would say it probably isn't searched. Maybe they didn't give a shit about Sosa and they just wanted Thomas. I don't know. Donnie Baseball, Rob Ducey. Henderson shows up. There's Hershiser, Neil Heaton, and Bonds to end that pack. Get a finger check here. See if that filthy coating has rubbed off yet. We got dirt on the packs. We got dirt inside the packs. Moldy gum. Get a little bit of everything. This smells like mildew. As soon as I open that wrapper, blast in the face with it. Open up a sealed 90 Tops and no error Thomas. It's a very tough card to find. You definitely have a better chance of being abducted by extraterrestrials than finding the 91 front. But at least we always can find the giraffe-like neck antics of Dave West. Steve Olin, Jeff Parrott. Bankhead having a time of his life. Tango says Dirty 90 Tops only on TPI for Dark. Tat Paddler shows up. Carter Valenzuela. And we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Is there gum in this pack? The gum is so old, it's like, I'm not going to say it's really from it being old, but it's just from the moisture damage. It's There's almost nothing left to it. It's almost entirely vaporized. Brandon says, with your luck, this will be the minimum front box. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, all the boxes I've opened, and I would get screwed the day I open this box that has a bunch of moisture and water damage, and that'll be the box it's in. I'll still love it regardless, but, man, that'd be a bummer. Something stuck to the back of Ken Patterson and Spanky LaValliere. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 Ks. Showing up. Kent Herbeck. Mike Jeffcoat. Travis says, hopefully this is in the box with anthrax with all that powder. It certainly looks like it. All the residue. Left behind. It's usually like a crime scene in here after I open 90 Tops because you have all kinds of debris and junk wax residue. Send Ricky to gum. He would be pissed. Take us regardless of condition. Pack pulled as PSA 10, no matter what. That is what they'll tell you. As long as you send in a video along with it. Trey Williams says, start a grunge band, sings Smells Like Mildew. That would be a hit. The TPIA grunge band coming soon. Paul L. put that on the Empty Promises list. The first song, Smells Like Mildew. Ryan Mullenix. Nelson Liriano. John Moses and OG Omen around here, and Brian Harvey ends that pack. I feel like this box is never ending. It's an endless buffet of moldy 90 Tops. And Zane Smith is the harbinger of it all. The hell? Definitely going to swan dive into a vat of acid after this to purge myself of the filth. No wonder it was reduced to 35 bucks. But still worth it though anyways. I think. Steve Balboni, same cards over and over again. I'm going to say, is there two Zane Smiths in this pack? Could I be that cursed? We got a propaganda piece with a strange printing blemish. So if you know me, you can probably tell immediately that I'll probably obsess over that at some point. Quisenberry, another OG Omen, Joyner, and Dunstan ends that pack. The Skinny Big Mac, Skinny Days of Big Mac. Paul said, should I add Alexa hookup onto the list? Yeah, probably. I don't know if we'll ever get to that level. Absolutely filthy. But everything's just toppling over. There's Fred Lynn. Like I don't see that Fred Lynn too often. We got Ripping for Ripkins in the house as well, joining us as we get down to the nitty gritty here. Bob Ojeda. It's a sweet Tops binder. I think I have like 3 of those, and they actually made different sizes. And they actually have some value to them. They're typically around 30, 40 bucks. Dave Stevers, Bobby Kelly coming up. Boone, Kunkel, and Frank Thomas in that pack. Stevens says, shout out from Montreal, Canada. Go Expos. I miss the Expos, man. Thanks for being here, man. Ugh. Yeah, you can see how thin it is. Like razor blade thin. Of course, I canceled my Whatnot auction to be in here. And I was wondering if you were doing that. I didn't see any kind of notification or hear about it at all. There's Donnie Baseball again. Rasmussen. You can still do your Whatnot auction right after this. There's only, what? We got 8 packs left. Raphael P.E.D. Marrow. There's Jack Morris, and now we have poop stains on the cards themselves. Lots of hanky-panky going on with this box. Ken Hill looks pissed. Usually Griffey is right after Ken Hill, so I think we got him. So that's pretty cool. There's the bloody scab that people obsess over for reasons unknown, but that's probably the best card we've seen so far. Second-year Gerald Perry. Why is the Expos logo cursive? Now you can't unsee it. ELB. Ooh. Yeah, everything reeks of mildew. And I'm questioning my life's choices on opening this. There's Dave West again. Jeff Parrott, Barfield, Candelaria. Would have been done with this box already if I didn't have to pry all these apart. Mike Brumley is absolutely terrified of the ball in that photo. Huey Brooks. Nothing else too notable in there. Let's take a look at this. Any kind of tomfoolery happening with this pack? It certainly looks like it. But, again, maybe it was in a flooded out basement or something like that, and It affected everything. There's really probably not too many cards in this box that are salvageable. Herbeck, there's the Nolan Ryan 5,000 Ks again. Whole boxes from the X-Files. Big Ray's in the house. I missed you, Big Ray. Too busy trying to pry these apart. Big Ray's Ball Carts is watching None on Front Search in Vegas. I might have a problem. I love to hear that, man. What are you watching, on a TV in the hotel room, or like somewhere out in public where people are like, what the hell is that guy watching? There's Oil Can Boyd. I love the dedication. Greg Maddox and Gary Thurman. You guys are the reason why I keep doing this. Why I keep tormenting myself putting these. Trevor Williams, I guess I saw that one already. The Grunge Band. It's now on the empty promises list. I skipped right over Mark R's super chats. Carmelo Martinez, hated him really bad as a kid. I don't know why. Frank Tanana, Bob Rogers. Here's the flesh-eating bacteria, Mitch Webster. Completely circling the circumference of his lips. Filthy ass gum. The Sandberg takes the gum stain. Tom Lawless, Mike Scott, Braggs Sabo, and a second-year Johnson, leaving us with the final five. Absolute chaos everywhere next to me. Most of these are probably going to get tossed in the trash because they really have no value, and they're all warped and everything else. So, we'll, and there it is for Yorty 1. Finally shows up. Glen Allen Hill has been found. Greg Jeffries Gold Cup. Very hot card back around this time. To the Juan Gonzalez Sport Flicks error search. I don't know if I'm familiar with the Juan Gonzalez Sport Flicks. I am familiar with the Robin Yount 86 Sport Flicks Air. It's a very valuable card. That might be one we do for June. I'm gonna have to go out and go buy a box of those, see how much they are. Try to find that Robin Yount's wrong team on back error. It says on the back he was playing for the Yankees. Pretty tough one to find. Ozzie Smith, Mike Maddox. I don't know why, but I feel like Mike Maddox is a precursor for Sosa. I feel like they're using the same pack. Could be wrong. I've opened an awful lot of these. You think I'd have it memorized entirely now, but it's a Sheffield Gold Cup. Billy Swift. Seems like I was way off. Molitor, Lance Parrish. And then there were three. Want to keep Strawberry and Gooden away for the gum? That's not a bad idea. It'd be all over that. Sergio Valdez opened a WNBA box. I don't even know if I could do that because I wouldn't know any of the players. I wonder what a box of some of those go for. Puckett, Steve Cummings with the Mushroom Cloud effect. We have the unibrow of Stan Javier on the horizon. Dan Plezak for Joseph C., who's probably not in here. Puckett, Javier Von Hayes, the scraggly mullet of Yount flapping in the wind, and Junior Felix. 2 packs remain. GM says Glen Allen Hill's rookie was an 87 Donruss. Every other company will wait until 1990 to make more of his cards. See, that's a random fact. I never knew that. But it makes sense because I can't remember seeing a Glen Allen Hill Topps card from 89 or even 88 for that matter. Ruben Sierra All-Star card. Correction. Glen Allen Seal. There's Sweet Lou Whitaker. Tom Kelly and his frostbitten nose. Drabek. Fortunately, I have not heard from Doug Drabek lately. He hasn't drunk dialed me in my dreams in the last week or so, fortunately. Will Clark, there's the Hawk, as Corey will insist on all of us calling him, and we are down to the last freaking pack. No Thomas. Not even a Kurt Schilling. Obviously, if you don't find a Thomas, you're not going to find the Schilling as they are in the same pack together. This, I think, is a... McGriff, I thought it was going to be Julio Franco for a second. Julio Franco, I want to say, is a precursor for Sosa. Eric Anthony, Felix Jose. I think we're going to strike out yet again, but at least we walk with Randy McCammett, rookie card. Dale Murphy, Albert Bell, Clay Parker, and utter disappointment as something I've gotten very used to in the first of each month. But like I said, if I can still find these boxes for a good price, I will gobble them up every time, and we will continue to search for this very elusive card. But all in all, at least we found a Griffey Gold Cup to end the video. No Sosa rookies, no Bernie Williams, no Larry Walker. Found a couple of Juan Gonzalez, and that was freaking it. So what do you think? Do you think it was tampered with? Do you think someone actually defecated on it? I'd love to hear from you guys. I appreciate you guys all watching. I'm not sure when I'll have a video in the next couple of days. I'll definitely be doing a live auction on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that and anything up to that. Until next time, guys, have a great rest of your weekend.